As part of our Road to Consensus, CoinDesk caught up with DeShone Kizer, an NFL star who sacrificed his football career at the age of 25 to bridge NFTs with the physical world. Here's his story.
When I first got to the league, it was 2017. So, we're in the big ICO push, the ICO boom. And the only reason why some of these athletes were getting into it is because the concept of this, offshore storage of capital.
Let's start with, I guess, when you got drafted. What went through your mind before being picked by the Browns, and then what your reaction was when it happened?
I go to Philly, expecting to go in the first round. I slipped to the second. Clearly on the board, there's this huge issue of seeing Cleveland at 52, which is still another, 15 picks out from now, and then no one after that who needed a quarterback. Get the call, and just a whole weight falls off your back, and you feel great. And we're sitting in Toledo at a penthouse of one of the nicer hotels downstairs, and they had a balcony outside. And after I went around hugging everyone, just kind of stepped outside, and it just dawned on me what was getting ready to happen. If this goes well, if I can go in there and start winning some games, I can be the hometown hero. That was a great opportunity for me, and quite frankly, I thought we had a great team. But little did I know, it's going to be another year in Cleveland. You start feeling the kind of the Cleveland weight of the media, and then you go out and you lose week 2, and you lose week 3. And now what used to be a fun ride is starting to feel like the Cleveland Browns that you didn't want to be. Then you get into April and get a call, probably a 15-minute conversation with the new GM. He's asking me how training's going. He's asking me, how's the beach, and he's telling me how much he loves Newport Beach. And got to the end of the call, and he said, "Oh, by the way, we're shipping you up to Green Bay." That was when I first started dabbling into that LA community of creatives, and started taking a liking to just creating, coming up with cool things. I was in Green Bay, going into my second year in Green Bay. I was playing decent football, not great. Get picked up off of waivers in Oakland. When I was in Oakland, one of none was still kind of, it was an idea in my head. I didn't start exploring it until I looked out of my window and realized that I had a whole season just across the bay from Silicon Valley, and I'm not even expected to play. So maybe this is my time to kind of start exploring and learning more about tech. I started looking into code and JavaScript and Python, and even at the time dabbling in Solidity a little bit, just looking at the code and trying to learn a little bit.
Your off days, you're learning how to code.
Yeah, so I really didn't know many people out in San Francisco, but everyone that I did know there was in tech. Seeing how big these businesses are becoming, and decided that I don't know anything about it, but let me just kind of learn how that business model operates and how you can make money there. Opened up my business journal, and one of the concepts I had that was double circled was that idea of trying to help these creators of limited edition goods gain access to the resale royalties of those products. And dove in head first and started to think about the right solution to that. And I'm just trying to get as many of these artists and many of these creators knowing what One of None is. Did this t-shirt collab, went out to LA, spent some time with Art Mob, who's this unbelievable plexiglass artist out in LA, and did some really cool products. And our idea with those products was that while we didn't have the capabilities on our platform just yet to have the tokens out, we need to make sure that this Web3 market is into turning these otherwise ordinary products into hybrids. The thought was that if we can go do 115 t-shirts with Blake, do another 5 skate decks with Art Mob, and just give people the option to redeem or vault. Not saying that if you vault you have an NFT, but just when the marketplace is up and going and the platform is up and going, we'll airdrop you an NFT for this product that's in our vault, but it's just not here just yet. Yep. So we're going into it thinking out of the t-shirts. I'm curious, out of the t-shirts, there's 115 of them. There's no token attached to it at all. These are, a white t-shirt that has a graphic on the front that Blake, he did this big painting. We turned it into the graphic. Out of 115 t-shirts, no token yet, what % of those do you think, someone would vault versus just taking a free t-shirt? It's a giveaway, by the way, too. It was just a giveaway.
I'm thinking low.
Yeah.
Low. Like 10%.
40% of our collectors decided that they're going to vault the t-shirt and kind of treat it like it was going to be an asset. We're like,
surprise! It shows you what I know.
Yeah, no, but it was surprising to us.
Yeah.
I was assuming 10%.
Yeah.
I'm figuring most of these people are just going to see this as a free t-shirt.
Cool, I got a t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the skate deck, 60%. We had 3 skate decks that got left in the vault for us. So that was like our validation going into the market,
Holy
saying
shit,
like,
this is real.
This is real. People know what NFTs are. They understand the concept of vaulting, and now they're taking this T-shirt and they're thinking of it the same way they think of an NFT as an asset. Said, all right, how far can we sprint in this bunker 4 weeks bunker time?
Yeah.
How far can we get this business before training camp starts now? Because now I got to go raise money.
Start of COVID, you were still looking into training camp, so on, and then eventually, as you got deeper into One of None.
Yep. That's when the first kind of thoughts of like, all right, this business and this idea is really starting to come together here. You know, we're still in this weird quarantine time. I'm glad that I was able to go, you know, pick up some checks and continue to throw a football with Oakland, but I don't know where the next opportunity is going to come. And now it's almost on a week to week basis on whether or not you're going to get a call or not. And that's where you really have to start making some decisions in your head of how you spend your time and how you're thinking. There's a thought that, you know, if you have an opportunity to make millions of dollars throwing a football, why would you pass on it? And my idea is that there is a timeline on football that while making that money in that timeline is 100% something I'd recommend to anyone and everyone who has a chance to. You're also, if you have anything going on off the field, every year you go, you know, another year into the league, you're lessening your chances of you know, gaining competitive advantages over the people in the business world. And that lasts you a lifetime. Football only lasts you a short amount of time. I'll already be, you know, established and heading into that next level and staying ahead of the pack in the business world rather than, you know, lagging behind as I'm trying to chase a couple dollars now and trying to catch up. So I do end up getting a call at the end of that season. Tennessee calls and says that, hey, you know, we lost our practice squad quarterback. He got picked up by the Saints. We'd love you to come in and be the P squad quarterback. I went and worked out. My notebook right now, my Tennessee Titans notebook, if you go to the last 6 pages, all you're seeing is One of None notes. You're seeing UI designs. Every time I get into a conversation with you know, some of my former teammates, I always say, hey, do you want the long answer or the short? You know, and if you give them the long answer, I can sit here and break down you know, blockchain and how the world's changing and how the same concepts that they all have as professional brand or professional athletes who really look at themselves as brands and kind of betting on themselves and into the future. That same concept is now you know, being turned into technology that it can allow your fans and your brand to continue to grow, and you get to now, you know, kind of bet on yourself and have equity on yourself.
Pretty awesome. That was DeShone Kizer, CEO of blockchain startup One of None, and he'll be here at Consensus in Austin, Texas. DeShone will be speaking at a panel called No One Went to School for Web3. That's happening on Thursday, June 9th, right as we kick off Consensus by CoinDesk.